Shares of Carnival Corporation rallied today, up more than 3%. In its business update, the company said it expects the full fleet to be back in operation by the spring of next year. Joining us now for an exclusive interview is Arnold Donald, Carnival Cruise CEO. Welcome back, Arnold. Good to see you.
Hey, happy holidays to you, Sarah. Good to be with you. And hi, Mike.
And happy holidays to you. So you told investors today that you were seeing a little spike in cancellations from Omicron. I was just wondering if you could give us a little more color on that. Your stock is down about 6% since Black Friday when those Omicron fears first emerged.
Yeah, well, we have 9 world-leading cruise line brands, as you know, Sarah. They're all over the world, and so the impact in different places is different things. But overall, we responded well to the Delta variant in terms of the trajectory of the business. We sailed over 1.2 million guests now, and a number of them even before there were vaccinations. And now with vaccinations and other protocols, we have sailed successfully with the best interest of public health, as has our industry. In fact, cruising may be amongst the safest forms of social gathering and travel that there is right now in the travel and leisure and entertainment sector. But having said all that, again, the consumers react, the media reacts. So Omicron is out there. It is a variant. What I'm hearing, world scientists and medical experts so far are thinking that perhaps while it's more infectious, that is less in terms of the negative impacts, things like hospitalization or worse. So, of course, that's good for all of society. But we're seeing robust bookings second half of 22 into 23, strong pricing, and that's without us having done much advertising.
Is it really safe to be taking a cruise right now with this spike in cases?
Again, we have very effective protocols on board. We have to stay flexible and adaptable with the information today that is available. Yes, it seems safe. If information changes, we will respond to that very quickly. But right now, yes, it appears to be a cruise or is it safe to go to a restaurant or a theater or whatever? If it's safe to do those things, it's certainly safe to do a cruise. We're testing. People have to be vaccinated in the main, here, at least here in the U.S. It varies. We have masking on board. We have, depending where you are in the world, other protocols in place, active medical screening, medical stuff on board. To say nobody's going to contract the virus makes no sense. I mean, obviously, it's out there in society at large, and it's happening. But the trick is keep the cases asymptomatic or minor symptoms, and to mitigate the spread, to make certain that it's not rapidly, spreading on a ship. And so far, we've been able to do that.
Arnold, you've made the case, repeatedly to investors that you've got the cash and the access to capital to kind of keep going in this environment as you try to come back. But just how long can this go? I mean, obviously, you've been forced to operate at a small fraction of 2019 level revenues. But, when do things have to start to normalize for you to actually be able to be OK in terms of your cash holdings?
But, Mike, we are ending our fiscal year, which ends in November, at $9.4 billion of liquidity. And we have additional debt capacity if we need it. We don't think we will, because now, where we ended about the same last year when we had no ships sailing or very few, and now we have about 60% of our fleet sailing with more to come. And so we now have the opportunity to generate cash. And in fact, our customer deposits, which is one source of cash, has increased about $500 million or so recently. Maybe it's $360 million, but the bottom line is we're up to about $3.5 billion customer deposits now, where we were down well below 2 a year ago. So things are looking positive. Again, we have to stay adaptable. This is a dynamic environment. We have to adapt to changing conditions, and we have throughout this period. We'll continue to do that, but the overall trajectory is certainly positive.